Hello guys and welcome back. Today I thought I would do another video just chatting about the Open University and what it's like studying with them. I had a couple of comments just asking a couple of questions, so I thought I would just give a brief rundown of my experience with it. I will say that every course is different, so my other half is also studying with the OU but has a slightly different experience to me. But let's jump into it. So, number one is when you join the OU, it is long distance learning. So you don't have to go to a university at any point for any lectures or anything. You do not have to meet your tutors, anything like that. The only obligatory thing for some modules that you have to do is go to a university for an exam, and that is typically at the end of your year. Everything else is on you. It's totally independent. This is done through an online portal, which brings me to number two. Everything is online apart from your books, and even in special circumstances those are also online. So for one of my modules at the moment, each chapter is actually on the student homepage in addition to being in a physical copy of a book that they sent me. So they will send you all of your materials that you need. For my first year, that included a assignment guide, which had a breakdown of everything that you needed to do in each assignment. Bear with me. Actually, I'll see if I can quickly find it. Okay, so I managed to find it. Right, they send you... what have I done? This is just an example. So this was my last year, one of my modules. It is a little booklet. So if you see, just detailing everything that needs to be in your assignment. Each one for each assignment is roughly, I would say, about 10 pages long. It just looks like that. Quite helpful. I didn't get it for this year, so I don't know if it's just like a first year thing, just to help you into it, help you know what you need. That they send you the physical copy, but for the second year it is online, so that guidance is on the student home, so you can access it. There will always be guidance. You're not just set a question and told to answer it. There is guidance, so don't panic about that. That brings me on to number three, which is all to do with the student home. So you have a portal on the Open University website. I'll see if I can insert a quick screenshot here of, I forgot what I was saying now. So I just wolfed down my dinner and I'm trying to get an assignment in, and it was only because I was doing those things that I was like, oh mate, I need to chat about this. So your student home is where everything is. You have a page that has your name, your student identifier. On the left hand side you have kind of like links to different stuff like your overall degree and bits like that, IT help, everything. And on the right is a kind of a breakdown of your tutor's details for each of your courses. And then you have the subheadings for each module. So I'm doing 3 modules this year, so I have 3 module titles, and each of those modules have their own website. Bear with me, I know it's a lot. So in these module websites you have a week, so it's week by week, and it has a little tick box that you can check to say you've done the stuff you need to do for that week. It is so straightforward, I promise you. So as you click on the week, it will prompt you, it will tell you what you need to do. So if you've got a book like this is my first year book. If you have a book, it will tell you what chapter you have to read. So for example, let me find the beginning of a chapter. It might be that this week, oh my god, I forgot how big these chapters. I've totally missed a chapter. This is going well. I actually managed to do well as well on this. Right, oh yeah. So it might say to you, read chapter 4. So you read chapter 4. They are generally quite big. There might be about 30 pages each. That's that. That is a chapter. That is a chapter. And then it will take you then you're prompted to go back to the module website. It will say, after read this chapter, then come back. When you get back, it will normally kind of solidify the things you've learned in the chapter for that week. So the reading generally is first. It's independent, you do it at your own pace, and then you go back and you do the online stuff. Now, disclaimer here, I don't do that. I don't do the online stuff. I know I probably should, but honestly, I don't feel the need to, with the exception of if it's something I really, really, really don't understand, in which case I'm all over the online stuff. But as a rule, I don't bother. That's not the advice I would give somebody else. Obviously, everybody studies independently. I know that some people in Open Uni don't read the books because they find they're a waste of time. They just do the online stuff. And if there's a reason they need to read a chapter of the book, they'll go and read it. You will find what works for you. A lot of us have about a million other things going on in their life. Otherwise, typically you wouldn't be going to Open Uni. You would be going to a physical proper uni. So when you're working full time and or have kids or are busy doing something else, it's really hard to set aside the recommended amount of time, which is, I believe, 15 to 17 hours for studying part-time, which means you're doing your course over 6 years, or 30 to 35 hours if you're doing it full-time, like I am, which is over 3 years. Realistically, I'm not going to spend 30 hours a week doing my assignments and doing my readings and stuff like that. And honestly, I've been lucky so far. I've scraped by. However, I'm well aware that this year it is a lot harder and I need to keep up. You can't afford to slip 8 weeks behind like I did, and then have to find some sort of drastic measures to get yourself sorted again. You find what works for you. You find your pattern of study. You find your pattern of reading. I did do another video, which I will link below, just chatting about how I study and a few study tips. But that is a kind of general, very whistle-stop tour of the OU. I will probably do more videos like this because I quite like talking about it, and I feel like there's not a lot of examples out there of people that are doing the OU and are working alongside it. So yeah, if you are one of those lovely people that are taking the plunge, please do drop a comment below so that I can come over and say hi to you. And yeah, I will leave it here. I will kind of do a brief description below if I ramble a lot. A lot. So I'll leave a brief description going through everything below. I'll link the OU website. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a comment and I will try and answer them or do another video. I might in the future do a couple of like Q&As if people are interested and do have a lot of questions. So please, if you follow my Instagram, which I will also leave in the description, I'll do some Q&As on stories there. So thank you for watching and I will talk to you next time. Bye!